everyone, Sarah here. So I thought I'd try to mix, I'm gonna start like putting a little tally thing in these videos. I'm here to do a plan with me, and I thought I would try to mix it up a little bit. So in this plan with me, I've tried to incorporate how I'm tying in the next actions from that David Allen, and and I'm tying them in to each of the daily plans. So I'm doing a little bit of future planning. So this week, I'm looking to get kind of some daily management. So that is really like a lean methodology. So I don't know if you've heard of that, but anyway, it's just so I can start monitoring the performance of the business. And so I have to focus a lot on that for next week, especially given this situation that we're all remote right now. And this data really helps me understand what's going on. Not the full story, but it raises flags. So I'm gonna plan out my week setting that up and how I'm gonna try to make some progress on creating that daily management structure. I'm also gonna plan in some Sarah time or self-care, and I really want to focus on journaling. So I think now more than ever, I really am enjoying journaling, and I have like a lot of videos coming out. I have to edit them all, but I've spent a lot of time decluttering. So you all know I put up my first declutter video, so definitely check it out. I'll put a card in, and I just want to keep saying so. And I've also started to organize a little bit. So I'm doing some recordings of organization while I'm releasing these declutter videos. I think it's important to declutter before you organize. So that's a little tip. So check out my decluttering video. Check out my deorganizing video. Check out my decluttering video. I'm also going to focus a lot on this week on some new products that I have coming out, and I'm really excited about them. I sent a lot of stuff out for printing, and I have some really cool ideas, so stay tuned to that. I can't wait to get that one launched. I really am excited about it. I just couldn't stop working on it. I stayed up really late because I was so excited about it, and I think it's a cool little motivating idea, so stay tuned. You'll see that soon. So I'm going to focus on that for Plan the Grind this week. Family, I'm going to try to get some family walks in or some game nights or something. I just found out that there's no school for the rest of the year. It's all remote learning. And honestly, I'm working all day. I can't manage them not playing video games all day long. So I need to get some family forced fun in the mix there. So I'm going to try to do some little focuses on that. Nothing big because, you know, whatever. So yeah, that's about it, I think. So check out how I'm gonna see it all unfold over the week. All right, so let's get into it. We're going to plan week 17. And I'm trying to do a little different, so, oh my gosh. I'm going to try to kind of show you how I'm structuring and planning out my week and how I use David Allen and see kind of all where it comes from. So this is last week, and it's Thursday right now, and I'm just this is how the week is unfolding. And now we're going into the dailies. And so it was my birthday yesterday on Wednesday the 15th. And we didn't do much, obviously, because it's quarantine birthday. But my husband made me a cool forever bookshelf. So my forever bookshelf is like all the books that I'll keep forever. And like I just love them. So here I inserted it here just to kind of check it out. And there are some of the books. But he made it he like harvested the wood basically, but anyhow, he's so handy with that stuff. So there I'm just pointing out that it's Thursday again. All right, here we go. So we're gonna just get into it. here I'm just breaking up the days as it says, but I really like doing this because I've noticed that I just keep staying in my office, especially now that I've been decluttering and organizing it. So the stickers help me refocus. If I'm just like in a crazy day, I look at my planner and they kind of help me get back to what was important for the day. So that's what I really like the stickers. And the colors, this is how I do my time blocking. And I started this with Outlook. I just color coded everything. And so green is for the family. Blue is work. And then gray is plan the grind. Kind of my YouTube channel and my Etsy shop. And then miscellaneous. I sort of feel like the beige should be household and green's the family. But I really like doing this because it just kind of helps me like understand what I'm focusing on for the different areas of my life. And I really just, I don't know why, it really helps me kind of look back at the week overall. And yes, this is what I need to do. And it really keeps me focused on the things that are mattering and not getting caught up in that like busy BS that we all just get caught up on. So here I'm just putting in my different headers for the different areas of my days or life, if you will. Here I'm just putting in my goal for self-care, my journaling and meditation. So the month of April is all about, inner calm. And these areas of focus are really what matters. So it's what matters for me personally, myself. It matters for how I want to spend time with my family and my self-care, what I need to get done at work. And it just keeps me focused. And again, it really just keeps me away from getting caught up in that busy BS that we always get caught up on. So here I'm just putting in my journaling and I'm just scheduling it in because even if I look at it, I might not do it every day. But, oh yeah, I want to do that. Or I didn't do that yesterday, so I'm going to definitely do it tonight. It just is that trigger in my mind to keep it front and center. And I think that's really important. So here I'm just prioritizing that family dinner, and it's interesting. So I put these in my planner, and I feel guilty if I don't do it. Like, we really could order a pizza, or we could eat macaroni and cheese, or we could have a meal, but it's really just more about getting around the table and kind of hanging out and talking. So plan the grind. This is do what energizes you. Really, guys, I love doing these videos and the crickets and creating stuff. And it really does. It's what energizes me. I have fun with it. And it's a busy week for Plan the Grind coming up. We have a lot of, plan with me's I got to film and edit. I want to get the declutter videos out. Guys, I'm so excited about the declutter things that I'm working on. So those will be coming soon. So be on the lookout. And so check out, I have one video up, and then I'm posting another one on Sunday, so I'm just editing it now. So there's a lot of Plan the Grind happening this week. It's definitely a busy week, but it's okay because I really would do it anyway. I would use my planner anyway, so it's not all that much effort, but it's fun to do. And I'm just kind of scheduling that in. And as you can see, I'm a super functional planner. I'm not that much with decorations. That's just pure function and drive it with a little bit of cuteness. I should say it's really like kind of sketched out look, but anyway. So here I'm just scheduling in my work meetings. So we have a couple huddles a day. And this is, we have different facilities, different sites. We're all working remote. We're trying to get through this coronavirus and support our customers the best way we can. So, and then I have a lot of meetings coming up, but I did notice that a lot of the meetings I don't have to do a lot of prep for, and some of them are quick meetings. So again, this is showing me how, kind of the time blocking, what do I have available this week in my schedule? And that's really why I like using the stickers for this, because for some reason that dimensional thing, it just shows me that is a block of time that I cannot work on my things, or I have to be disciplined around how I'm spending my free time. So here I'm just sticking them in there. So I'm looking at the calendar on my schedule, and it's not as bad as it looks, because they're not all an hour long. But by the time I, get prepared, walk in, not walking in anywhere, but call in, log out, kind of refocus, it's usually 45 minutes at least. So here I'm setting up some stuff, and you can see that I'm kind of creeping in on my personal time here, so this is a little worrying me, but I'm just transitioning into this role, so I got to put a little extra work in. Everybody's putting a lot of extra work in, so it's fine. But I am seeing there's a lot of meetings on the calendar, and it's really it is what it is. So I just have to be more effective with the time that I do have. So here I'm just kind of running through my work bullet journal. And this project list is really a little memory jogger to help me keep everything in mind of all my projects. And it helps me just looking at it what do I have to do? What are my milestones this week? Blah, 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 that kind of thing. Because in my head, I have the milestones in my head. But so anyway, I'm just kind of writing in what needs to be done. I do have the milestones written down in project plans, and there's kind of my next action. I'm just going through this to see if there's anything I'm missing. And yeah. So now I'm just getting kind of my daily set up, and we've talked about, I really like this, Moments That Matter sticker. They really are things that I have to keep in mind all throughout the day. And I'm not using a lot of it right now, but the fact that it's there is just keeping it in my mind. It's just keeping that in front and center. Like I said, it just keeps me focused on it. So, if I ate a bag of popcorn, then maybe I shouldn't eat another bag of popcorn. It's just kind of those things. And so I did this last week where I set up my next actions and my to-dos. I made them separate. And I really liked that this week, everyone. I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect for me. So there was just kind of I was looking at what can I future plan? So future plan is stuff that I know is due. So Wednesday, water the plant Wednesday. For some reason, that just sticks in my head. And my plants are dying because I never water them. But I put it in my planner on Wednesday, and I just saw it. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to water the plants. And then on Sundays, I usually water them. But I didn't write it down, and I was forgetting it. So it's just a little trigger. So maybe I'll stop writing it once I get back into the routine. So here I'm just looking like, what do I have to prep for? Is there anything I have to prep for? Do I have to build any PowerPoints or anything? Do I have to do a presentation on Thursday? Well, I need to make time on maybe Tuesday and Wednesday to build out that presentation. So that's kind of what I was looking at there to see like what I need to schedule in. And here I'm just, making sure I print my stickers for my planner because I always end up printing them last minute. Oh, I get mad myself. That's a hefty planner. It's shaking the camera every time I close it. So here I'm putting in my future plans. So this is really an area that, I'm kind of staying, not fast forwarding, because I think this is important I'm future planning. I know that I have to film this day. I know I have to edit this day. I'm just throwing it in there. So I remember that I have to do this, or if I don't do this, I need to move it or schedule it. But if it's in there, it means it's going to affect me negatively if I don't get it done, right? So it just keeps it front and center for me. So now I just kind of picked up all the obvious things that I wanted to do, that I could just from my calendar see what I needed to do. Now I'm going back and I'm going to start going through the next actions and seeing if I can plug them into my days. And I may not get them done, but it's just to give me a little bit of a thought like, hey, let me just tick this off my to-do list or my next action list. And here I'm looking at the overall week and I'm trying to figure out where I have time. So I'm looking for just blocks of free time. So it looks like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are my most free days. So I'm really going to try to hammer out those blocks of time and hammer out some next actions and get them done, follow up, do all the things that need to kind of be done just to keep everything moving. So this is showing me the afternoon and the beginning of the week are the most open. Let me go kind of see what I need to get done and kind of prioritize those next actions. And in my next action list, you see I have personal stuff and work stuff mixed in because it's all still in my head of things I need to do. So here I'm just scheduling in some of my work stuff. So I need to build out some CRM rules. And again, I'm putting this back in on Monday. So this is the Monday day because that's where I have the least amount of meetings or the most free time. So I'm just kind of going through, I'm looking at the priorities, like what's better to get done earlier in the week than later in the week so I can keep stuff flowing and moving. So I'm just kind of going through that list. So these could be pieces of a project, like our tasks in our project, but they're not necessarily our project. They're just parts of it. And then once I finally, once I get them done, then I take them off. I'll fill in the little square on the next action list. Otherwise, I might just have to keep moving them. And every month I refresh this list. So this is my trigger list. This is David Allen's. I modified it a little bit just so it fit. It was kind of blurry. I need to make a nice one of these. But I use that to help me just trigger through my what do I owe people, that kind of thing. And it helps me remember what I forgot. So that's a great tool. Somebody asked me about it in one of my YouTube videos. And I was like, oh, I can't believe I don't even really talk about that in the video. And that's what made me really start thinking about kind of how I structure these videos. So that's it. Take care, everyone. Stay healthy.